Over the past few years, the franchise industry has seen more change than many other industries. They've had to adjust and pivot and learn new things and really adjust their business model. And the good news is we've built that muscle. We know how to change. The bad news is over the course of the next 5 years, they are anticipating more change than in the previous 40 years combined. And each of those changes, whether it's digitally, technologically, consumer behavior, employee needs, each of those changes is going to add risk to the franchise industry and how they manage their businesses. So some of these results and impacts that are happening, some we can see and some we can't see. But our goal is to be able to balance the business needs, things like scalable, profitable growth that a business needs to survive, and the human needs, belonging, loyalty, getting the most out of the people that you have on the team in the organization to generate the best results. All of our organizations know that we need to change because the business environment around us is changing so rapidly. The numbers tell us that there is an issue. 47 million people voluntarily left their jobs last year alone in the United States. And as we look out to 2030 and look at the labor risk that we are coming upon, we anticipate having 85 million unfilled positions globally. So our job as the franchise industry, as leaders in the organization, is to bridge that gap and figure out how we can create a competitive advantage that actually sustains our businesses through that amount of change. Hi, I'm Jaime Taets. I have 20 years of experience at the corporate level and also working in franchises, helping them understand how to generate a culture in their organization that can create business results and balancing those business needs with the human needs. And here's what I've realized over the past few years. Everyone is tired. Everyone in the franchise industry is tired. Leaders are dealing with global risks, supply chain, labor issues that they've never had to deal with at this level before. Employees are dealing with stress and uncertainty and wanting to be loyal, but not feeling the sense of belonging to the culture that makes them stay. So my goal in this keynote and in my workshops is that I want to challenge the assumptions that are creating this gap in the first place. I want to bring leaders, I want to bring employees together to really look at the assumptions that we are using every day and to break some of those down. I want to dispel the myths that are keeping us on either side of that gap and instead bring us together as leaders and employees to say, how can we solve this issue? And the franchise industry is unique and that there's multiple levels. You have the franchisor that has a relationship with the franchisee. There's also a gap that's created there from a culture standpoint. And then the franchisee to their labor, right? Their employees that actually make it happen every day. So the complexity in the franchise industry is something that is different, but it can still be a positive thing if we can come together and have the conversations. So my goal is to inspire action in my keynote, to bring both sides together to say, how do we get better walking out of this conversation? And what do we take back to our organizations to ensure that we are driving that balance between business needs and human needs? I truly look forward to the opportunity to work with you and your team.